Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Kind of strange things are going on up here, aren't they? It's like, Piggy, where are you? Well, look right there. See if you can figure out what that is. Does that look familiar right there? I know it's on the video compression and all that stuff. You never really know exactly if you're going to be able to see it very well or not. That is the oil factory. Not the oil factory. The oil factory. And that is train station. What is it? West? Train station west. And look where we are. Let me zoom way in. We're right near the edge of the map. I figured I would start off the episode like this. So I have set the hub over here because I figured out that wherever the hub is, that's where you respawn when you die because of these beds, even though we never slept in them. So I figured I would set this up over here so we had a way to respawn. Because somebody had given me a suggestion a few videos back, and I've just never had a chance to really react to it. Now, I love... Look how far we can see. Right there is a waterfall near the Caterium factory. And right over there is the other waterfall going to the desert. Look how far apart these two things are. Let's zoom out. You've got this waterfall right here. And you've got this waterfall right here. I'm able to see that far apart. Crazy. What's really weird is I can hear the sound of water even though we are way, way, way up here. I don't get it. But see that mountain? Somebody had suggested, hey Piggy, why don't you try and make your way out to that mountain? So what I did was I got as close to the edge of the map as possible. And I'll show you. If I go past this platform, I think to right here. Oh, see, we start taking damage. So that is the edge of the map. That's as far as you can go. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We have 20 hyper tube entrances, which gives us the fastest railgun on this map so far. The other railguns, I think, are 10. So we've got double speed. And I've got it angled so that it'll give us a nice angle with some good momentum that's going to give us the best chance to try and make our way all the way out here, to the mountain. Went in and dumped all my other stuff in here, because I have no idea what happens when you fly off the map, if you lose your stuff or not. I don't think you do. I think it appears as a crate, but I don't know if it would appear as a crate at the bottom of the water or what, and I really don't want to mess with trying to figure that out. So, without further ado, here we go. Let's see what happens. So we instantly die. Of course, I only had 3 health. Oh, autosave is about to happen. That's going to mess everything up. Oh, man. Now, in previous episodes, we do know that when we get too high up in the sky, that it draws clouds. So we can't see. Oh, there we go. Now, look, there is a line out there. See that? That almost makes me think like there's a structure. But with a 20 segment railgun, and I can also see a line right here. I wonder if that's like the edge of the map. That's about, that's about how close I was able to get to the mountain. And then it looks like I don't know if we're falling through the map. I don't quite know what's going on. Can I hit the letter Z? No, nothing I'm doing is letting me access the map or anything. And things are getting very jittery. I don't know if we're about to break the game or not. So I'm going to go ahead and hit left mouse button so we can respawn. There we go. So there you go. That's about as close as we can get to that mountain. The game designers have rigged it as such that we can't even make our way over there. But I really want to know what that strange, weird tower is that's out there. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to just take that, and that's going to go ahead and give us all this stuff. Now, what I don't like is, if I hold shift and tap, I've got all these empty spots, and it just will not fill those spots, I have to do that manually. Let's see. Most of the rest of these we can leave there. That'll be okay. Just go ahead and sort it out. Okay. Okay, just want to make sure everything was sorted out before we went on our way. So, a few things that I realized after I filmed last episode was there were a couple things to address that I forgot to address. So, one, I'm using the Satisfactory calculator to find some of the stuff on the map because I'm making videos, I'm making content, and to manually try to find, say, all the hard drive things on here would take me hours and hours and hours, because I finally figured out there is a way to look for it with this. And I'm trying to remember, is it shift, left click? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, okay. So holding shift and then left click, I can select what I want to look for with this scanner. So let's choose crash sites. Out of range. And let's turn on beacons. Let's see, there's two crash sites right here. I'm going to show you how close you have to get to these crash sites for them to show up on this this little scanner. Uh-oh. Probably need some food. And I figured out, I think the sound effect, that's just something to do with this part of the map. It's just something inherent in this biome. There we go. Bunch of tasty food. So that is telling me in that direction to right there. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. We're still picking it up. So what I didn't do is do a test to see how far. Okay. So right. Of course. There we go. Oh, maybe it was. Okay, so right here is where we start picking up a hard drive. So kind of a triangulation. That's your that's the angle that you're scanning at, but this little triangle, because we just started picking up these crashes, that's how much you're scanning. So imagine this little area, and then imagine going in a straight line, turn, come back, turn, come back, turn, come back. That's how much that we would be scanning. Let me go and get off that, because that sound's going to get annoying. And let's go ahead and hit the right button, and we'll go ahead and turn off the beacons that are on the map. I also figured out something else that's really cool. I don't know if this has been here all along, if this got added, or if this showed up once I placed a beacon. But I can go in here, and I can select how far away these beacons are when they show up on the compass up top. So if I have certain beacons that I don't want to show up on the compass at all, I can just turn it off. Uh-oh, I got autosave. That's what's going on. So I can have them show up on the map, but not on the compass. I think that, yeah, compass view distance. And then if I have others that I always want to see, like say I name certain locations or factories, I can place a beacon and have that show up. That music's getting louder and louder. So beacons off, train station player, and vehicles that can be on. Okay, so good deal. So that is why I use the Satisfactory calculator thing, because it lets me see where all the crashes are and the stuff that's needed for them. Because that's the other thing. I would be using that scanner to look around, but then I would have to go back and get all this stuff for it. And it took me a good month to do last episode, just doing all this construction, finding hard drives and scanning them between construction. That was a lot of work. So if I was just playing this game personally for fun, I might actually use the scanner and look for it. But because I'm making content and there was a tool that helped me find things a little bit quicker, that's why I use that. I kid you not, that looks like a sword up there with a glowing tip. There's another cool thing that I figured out. I don't know if this is an Easter egg. I don't know if anybody's ever found this, but look, right there, you can barely see it, If I can zoom in on it in the video, I'm going to try to. It's like a little Easter egg. There is a sticker of someone's face or something underneath the train. Crazy, crazy. Now, another thing I figured out, and I don't know, I think some people in my Discord told me this. The length of the boxcars you've got starts to add weight. And so if you put 2 locomotives instead of 1, it lets you carry more weight. So with 2 locomotives, I can speed up and slow down much quicker than when I had 1 locomotive going. But like I said, I don't know if I had 2 locomotives and 1 boxcar versus 2 locomotives and 30 boxcars, does that actually affect anything or not? It doesn't seem to affect the power usage, but I could be wrong on that as well, because I've not paid well enough attention to be able to tell what the power usage consumption is for one train. Like, see how we're at 27 megawatts for our top speed, and that power has now leveled off. So was one train using 13 megawatts, or 13 and a half, and are 2 trains using 27? That I don't know. Oh, that's right, I can't check recipes when we're driving a vehicle. But anyway, and I'll go back later and I'll clean up all that mess that I left over there. Oh gosh, we left the hub over there. Okay, so crossed fingers that we don't die. Because if we do, that's our spawn point way back over there. I haven't done a whole lot between episodes other than set that thing up. Just because what I wanted to do in today's episode didn't really require in between episode building. Some of this may require making some recipes and stuff, but I have to unlock some things for that to happen, and I wanted to do all that in this episode. So that's why nothing's really changed. We'll just kind of zoom our way over here. Pretty soon this is going to start all changing right in here. Can't wait. I think it's going to look really cool. I like the details. I have no idea what the details are going to look like, but I have an idea of what I would like to accomplish. So right here, I think... Nope, I'm just going to hit E to hop out. We'll let the game freeze. We'll let the train stop itself. One of these days I'm going to figure out what is the actual stopping distance that we need to do. Oh gosh, okay, so I had a panic moment. I'm like, wait a minute, do I need the hub for what I'm about to do? But no, I don't. So we're just going to make our way over here. Just a little zoom and a walk. And this gives you kind of an idea of how much off-camera stuff has to be done sometimes just in trying to travel around. But I think at some point we may explore looking at improving our travel system as well. Wow, we've only managed to get 1 coupon cents. Okay. So in last episode we had built the smart splitter, which lets you input multiple items. It lets you filter out 2 items on the left and right, and then the rest of the multiple items continue on. And there were 2 more things to be found. Oh, that autosave, you little stinker. No, it says autosave in 3 seconds. Don't break the game. No, really, don't break the game. So Caterium, I went ahead and did both of these since they were 8 minutes apiece. If we can get it to show up. There we go. The programmable splitter has now been researched. And the geothermal generator has now been researched. Wait, has it? Well, we've got the check mark. Oh, okay, so it's showing me the cost of the research. I don't have 2 of the items, but it doesn't matter because we've already researched it. Okay, fair enough. So, first things first, since I did do the research, I guess I could have prepped for this. Organization, logistics, programmable splitter. I need 1 supercomputer and 1 motor. Do we have a supercomputer? Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and split that stack and take 1. And we need 1 motor? Wow. I had kind of thought about dumping all this stuff in the coupon machine, but Good thing I didn't. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a programmable splitter. So they're the same size. It's got this really, really cool look to it. Left output, center output, right output. Plus. None specified. Plus. Oh! Okay. Okay, so that makes more sense. This will only let you send 2 items in two different directions. This will let me select multiple items to go in one direction. So I could, in theory, have 30 items flowing through here, and I could pull 3 items specifically on this side and 2 on this side, and then use another splitter to split those things off as we go. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes a whole lot more sense. And let's see here. What does it take to make a geothermal generator? 8 here, let's do this. This will be easier. 8 supercomputers, 16 high-speed connectors, and some rubber. The rubber I can get pretty easy. The high-speed connector and the supercomputer. Let's see, I've got a crafting bench up there. I'm trying to remember what the recipes were for those 2 items. I think the high-speed connector takes computers, but I can't remember. I bet it takes these things, circuit boards, yeah. Okay, so that's not too bad. High-speed connectors. What is a supercomputer? I think that's the pain in the backside, is the supercomputers. Yeah, we have to have computers, high-speed connectors, 3 of them, a bunch of plastic, and a bunch of AI limiters. That's not too bad. But that's going to let us build a geothermal thing. Okay, and I also figured out something else. I'm always trying to figure out what my shortcuts are. I just have to remind myself now. If I'll look in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, shortcut menu is right there. So I want to scan. So V for scan. There we go. Where's the geyser. That's what we're looking for. Let's scan for a geyser. I think the thing's off over there, northeastish, were geysers. Count to 10, and the fun will begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, you messed me up. Okay, so we have a geyser right here. So, and what I don't know is how much power do you receive from the guy? Oh, there's another one. Okay, let's. Oh, and another one. Oh, cool. So we have 2 geysers here and a geyser here. That's the range that we scanned. Oh, no, is that... Oh, there may not be a lot of geysers on this map. But, uh-oh. Every single one that we get is free energy, right? Oh, there we go. Yes! Finally did it. We are the champions, my friend. And it does. Maybe it's just a sound of wind. Maybe it's not the sound of a rocket ship, but it's just wind. But this thing has a predetermined path that it flies in. So, freeze the game. There we go. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and work on trying to make all the components for... we want to go back this way. Thanks for the little tour. We get just enough fuel, we'll be okay. We can land and not crash. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I'm going to work on getting some components built so that we can build one of these geothermal... Well, look at the right screen, Piggy. Look at the right screen. Geothermal generator. We're going to get ourselves the components for the geothermal generator. We'll look around the map a little bit and see how many there are. We're going to hook those up, and we're going to see how much power are we going to get out of these things, and how much longer is it going to delay us from having to go nuclear. Did I say it right? I've watched a few videos, and I know that I live streamed this with Zloy one time, and he gave me all kinds of grief because I said nuclear. It's weird how sometimes you'll pronounce a word when you don't think about it, and if you're pronouncing it wrong, how much effort it takes to say it the right way. Oh my gosh. But saying the right way is important, especially if you're talking to somebody that speaks a different language. Because you don't want to sound like an idiot. You also want them to know what in the world you're talking about. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get those components set up, ready to go, spot some locations, and then we're going to come back and start experimenting with geothermal generators. So I scrounged and I looked, and I crafted, and I automated. Not really. One or two items. And you can see on the right-hand side that we now have enough items to make a geothermal generator. So we're going to run over here real quick to this one that we picked up on scan. I want to see how big this thing is. I want to see what it looks like. I mean, we got the little demonstration picture, but I want to see what it looks like from all angles. And then how much power does this thing make? I'm almost certain if I go check the menu that it's going to tell me how much power it makes. But I figured, you know what, since I didn't pay attention and I don't know, if you didn't catch that in the previous clip, don't go back. Just stick with me. We're going to build one real quick, and we are going to see what this thing looks like. Uh-oh, there we go. Wait for that autosave. So I went up to a crafting bench with a bunch of materials, and I started trying to craft some of the high-speed connectors, because I have an alternate recipe that I think is actually a better recipe. Since Caterium ingots really only get converted to Caterium wire and nothing else, there was a recipe that used Caterium wire and something else, and it gave me like a 7 output. It was the computer boards, I think is what it was. I can't remember. I have to go back and look. But anyway, it was a pretty good recipe trade-off. Here we go. This is where I want to stomp right here. And I tried to craft it, and it wouldn't let me craft it. I had to go check on the internet to see on some forums what in the world was going on. Apparently, you can only use alternate crafting recipes in machines. You can't use it on a crafting bench. So, it's cool that you can use the alternate recipes, but remember, you're going to have to set up machines to access those. So we've got these little stinking pod people right here. Let's see if I fly down to about right here. I think this will be good. So see, we've got this one thing spurting up right here. I'm wondering if this and that are two geysers. Let's search for geyser. Okay, so there are two right here. Let's zoom in. I guess it's just going to show me one. That's weird. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and set a geothermal thing up, and let's see what happens. That one is closer. So maybe we should set up... Ooh. Maybe we should set up the geothermal thing there. Okay, so we got two right there as well. Oh yeah, that's the two that we saw before, and I thought I heard a creature. Well, those stinking things. Okay, let's stay right here. So I want to put the first one right here. That's going to be closer. We can run power up to it. I haven't really figured out an interesting way to make the power connections look. Who knows? These might be tall enough that they reach up to there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and build one. Invalid aim location. Oh, it's actually a little bit smaller than I thought it would be. Let's see here. I'm going to back out of that just in case we set off this stuff. Oh, there's poison clouds here. I didn't even see that either. Okay, you stay put. I have nothing to do with you. What is that sound? You hear that? Do the stinky cloud plants make noise? And I didn't know it? Or maybe it's like weird ambient noise for the geysers. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and hop up here. Yeah, these... Oh, I can't stand on that? What? Okay, that is really, really strange. I can't chop you either. Can we stand on this? Yes, we can. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go back to geothermal generator. Can we rotate it? Yeah. We'll just put it right there. I don't think it's going to matter. Oh, that is so cool. I like that. All right, so let's see here. Let's get close. It's got a crazy noise to it. Early access warning. Menu does not work as intended. Does produce power. Check power poles instead. Okay. All right. Get away from it. Ooh, whoa. Pick up leaves? Oh, just like regular biomass. Okay. So let's see here. I want to connect a power line to this. Let's just go ahead and set that right here for now, and let's look and see. 200 megawatts. I'm trying to remember how much power. Let's get away from that. It's just a little loud. Coal generator makes 75. Fuel makes 150. That's really odd. You think that this would be here, they'd be swapped if there were going to be an order of how much power. The nuclear power plant makes 2,500. A geothermal makes 200, which is more than a fuel generator. And you don't have to do anything. You just hook it up and go. So we're getting 200 megawatts of power for no effort other than what it took to build the just the components for that. Well, that's cool. Autosave frees me up. Thank you very much. Now, I looked at the Satisfactory calculator, and it would appear that there are 18. If I'm reading it right, it would appear there are 18 geothermal things around the map. I think there's supposed to be some down in there, but for whatever reason, they just didn't show up on scans. We had some right here. Oh, I think they're over in this area. That's what it is. So now what we got to do, and let's see, 18 times 2 would be 20, plus 16, 36. I think plus 2 zeros for the 200. So 3,600. So if we built all the geothermal generators, we would be getting 3,600 megawatts of power, which, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty close. Let's see here. Let's just go ahead and fly up on top of this. See what the top looks like. That is just so crazy cool. All right. I love how the game designers make things logically work. Like if you have a mechanically inclined mind and you look at this, it would make sense how it could make power. Like the geothermal pressure pushes upwards, fills up the cavity, which causes these pistons to push outward. And when they reach a certain distance, it would release a pressure valve, which you think there would be an animation there, but it would let the pressure out from the geothermal pressure coming here. These pistons have moved outwards, and they're heavy, which you can see them falling back inwards. When they fall back inwards because of gravity, that motion would create energy. Like you could have some copper coil against each other, like motion for a regular generator. And so that motion, repetitive motion, creates energy. It's such a cool idea. But let's see here. What do we got for overall power? Yeah, we're running at 37, 38 capacity, 39. I guess it just depends on how much fuel has been created to run the fuel generator. So it could probably get a little bit more capacity. But pretty much by building enough of these generators all over the map, we're going to be able to double our energy creation. And that's not counting the fact that there's a whole bunch of oil deposits and coal deposits. So there's plenty more power to be accessed in this map before we have to go nuclear. I said it the right way. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to go back to base, and I'm going to start creating all of the components that are needed to build enough generators to access all of the steam points on the map. I'm being kind of a punk because I'm using the Satisfactory calculator, and I know some of you'll probably feel like that's cheating, but I'm being a punk trying to find all the steam on the map. So I'm being kind of steampunk, and steampunk is cool, so it all works out. See how that works? Yeah. Oh, we're at 25 megawatts instead of 27. That's really strange. Okay, well, hit the brakes, Piggy, hit the brakes. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to do a little bit more crafting, a little bit more work so we can get a little bit more components built up. There we go. And then we are going to get ourselves double the power for very little work. Love it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And a new day breaks here on this planet as a new venture comes to a close. So I've built all these really cool little single pylon things with power poles connecting different groupings of the steampunk machines. I feel like I'm losing a little bit of frame rate here. There's a little bit jerky going on, but look, just this grouping right here, we've got 2200 megawatt per hour going on. Let's go ahead and connect this. What did we say? 39 plus 36. We should be getting 7,200 now. So let's check. Let's see what we got going on. What are we peaking out at? 75. Yes. So what that means is that we're making a little bit more power on the original circuit than I thought. And it also verifies that, yes, I didn't mess up. I did manage to plug together all of the different steam generator things to the system. That was my concern, was I was going to forget to run power from one of them all the way over to here. So that is awesome. We've doubled our power output. Sweet. And what's really, really cool is, like, some of these systems that require fuel or some kind of input to create energy, if something accidentally goes awry and they get all backed up, they'll shut down. So we have a baseline of, what do we say, 3,600 megawatt hour coming from the geothermal generators. We have a 3,600 baseline of power that will never shut down. So that's awesome. It's nice to know, kind of like a backup plan, just to make sure. But I get the feeling once we really get going with some of these factories, that baseline ain't gonna matter. Yeah, it's not gonna matter in the slightest. I might actually have to create some kind of location that's a centralized location, a distribution of power, so that if for some reason we get a power outage and I need to shut down power, we can go to that one location and delete cables and control power going to zones or something like that. That might be an interesting little project to think about for the future. But right over here, I might have already mentioned this in a video. Let's just fly up here real quick. So we're going to do V for search. Let's search, not for coal, crude oil. Say there's a deposit right there. There's one right there. There was one somewhere else that just showed up. No. V. There we go. Was it over here maybe? Let's just hit that. There we go. And zoom in. See, I knew it. 1, 2, 3. It must be somewhere right over here. I think there is one of those weird fire-breathing creatures somewhere over here guarding it, maybe? one more time, just for good measure. Huh. Oh, there it is. There it is. Did you see it? The last second. It's like right down there. So we have 3 deposits down here for crude oil. I'm going to hop down and see if we can see what the purity level of this is. I can't remember if I've killed the creature that was guarding this or not. Impure crude oil. Well, tartar sauce. What is the other one? I'm gonna have to research for it, not research for it. Okay, there's one over there. We'll fly over here and check this one out. I mean, even if they're not like up to snuff being like the best deposits, they're still over here. We can still use them. Oh, yep, I see that creature. Okay, that's impure. You'll get out of here. Oh gosh, and the pod people? Yeah, I don't know if you noticed while I was putting up the geothermal thingies. I ended up dying at one point. I was trying to figure out where was the next location to place the thing, and I wasn't paying attention to my health, and I got knocked right off the structure. Okay, I think we outran him. Anyway, there are 3 areas right here that we can pull from, because there is a recipe that we ended up unlocking that's gonna, I think it's gonna help us. No, not scan, Piggy, not scan. Let's see, do I have enough materials with me to make a crafting bench? No, I don't. Well, tartar sauce. Well, then that means it's gonna have to be a cliffhanger. Look, we're right on the edge of a cliff too. Cliffhanger. Let's see, can I make my way back up over here without running out of fuel? Oop, I think so. We're halfway on the fuel, and we're more than halfway there. Nice. We made it. Awesome. Still need to make the little elevator thing to get me up here with one of these. Okay, cool. But nice. We have managed to more than double our power output with very little, well, I mean, it did take some effort. That was a good couple of hours of work making all that stuff, traveling the map and setting it all up. But now we got it set up. Super awesome. And then we'll leave this as a cliffhanger. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button. If you want to see more of these as I release them, you're not already subscribed and you want to be, well, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be notified when new videos come out, click the notification bell. We're in autosave. Okay, I was going to say we're in autosave limbo, but not anymore. Awesome. But I'm going to hop on the train. I'm going to go back to Central Base and start doing some calculations for next episode. That's when I hope to see you, is in the next episode of Satisfactory.